an audio-only recording of an exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This recording is supported by Disability Rights UK. A cycle session led by Kath Finn. Please note that you'll need some form of stationary bike with controllable resistance for this session.
So as usual, we're going to start by warming up. And I read a really good description of warm-up the other day and how important it is, particularly for our slightly older athletes. So we're going to take a normal, decent amount of time to do that. And we're going to do a couple of minutes of nice and easy, just settling in, getting the legs going. And if you're watching this later on and record whatever you've been doing with your day, put it behind you. This is your time for your fitness and your focus. So we'll do a couple of minutes nice and easy, and then a couple of minutes medium, and then a couple of minutes a bit harder. But that's warm up harder. So that's an easily sustainable hard as opposed to a flat out, I'm going to be sick over my handlebar. That's hard. Right, it's absolutely boiling apparently, but I've just been running, so I'm just putting on a big furry fleece, and the rest of my family will laugh at me. And I haven't been on my bike, partly because I've broken it, but it's been mended, it's ready for collection. But I did go on my mountain bike in Yorkshire on Sunday. And it was cloudy in Cumbria, and in Yorkshire, it was blazing sunshine. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sussing out some routes for a course I'm working on later in the year. It's a great way to spend a Sunday and pretend you're working. So we'll do another half minute or so here. And then another 10 seconds. And then just put your resistance up a little bit. And this should be starting to feel more familiar. Now I'm just going to see if I can find that bit about the importance of warm-up. So I'm sure you can live without cadence meter for the minute. Right, oh, here we go. An effective warm-up is more than a ritual to psychologically prepare athletes for a strong effort. As the name implies, the main purpose is to increase the internal body temperature and prime the nervous system for subsequent exercise. At rest, the body's core is relatively cool and the circulatory system's blood vessels are narrow. A good warm-up will dilate these vessels, allowing for better blood flow to muscles, superior oxygen delivery, enhanced metabolic efficiency, and central nervous system activation. All those things I've been talking about over the last few weeks. As a 2015 study showed, proper warm-ups markedly influence subsequent exercise performance via increases in adipose triphosphate turnover, and that's the system that creates your energy, muscle cross-bridge cycling rate, and oxygen uptake kinetics. There is also evidence that post-activation potentiation, which is defined as a phenomenon where muscular performance is acutely enhanced when preceded by maximal or near maximal neuromuscular activation, could lead to improved performance due to factors that include enhanced central output to motor neurons, increased reflex electrical activity in the spinal cord, and phosphorylation of myosin regulatory light chains. Okay, to put it simply, an appropriate warm-up will prime your cardiorespiratory system, muscles, and nervous system for high performance activity. There you go. And that was in a Training Peaks article, and Training Peaks, it is a very, very widely used diary method of collating information for coaches and athletes, backed up by quite a lot of blogs and research. So the principles behind this load stuff are really good. And after that load of waffle, if you would like to just put your resistance up a little bit more and go into the harder section. And I will find the metronome. Now, I really like that article because I have a lot of athletes that I coach who are like, oh, don't really need to bother with the warm-up. And when we did the oxygen testing down in the local lab with an oximeter on our legs, measuring the oxygen, if we did the faster hard bit of the warm-up, the oxygen available in our muscles, the amount went up significantly. And that's also the bit that fires the neuromuscular. So although you feel like, oh God, I'm starting to work really hard already, this is only the warm-up, that's really important that that aspect of it's in there. So I'll go for another minute just like this. Ten seconds and then drop the resistance back to medium. Hey, Katie. The first block that we're going to do of this is going to be pretty hard. So want people to have had a really thorough warm-up. We're going to do 2 more minutes at medium. And that will give Katie a chance. Apparently, it's not boiling in Cumbria, although it's very beautiful. But down south, it's boiling. So you might be quite hot, Katie, already. There we go. Another minute to go at this. I wonder if I have a night when no one turns up, that I'll have to talk to a blank screen just so we can get the recording. So all the keenies can catch up afterwards when they're out busy playing. That would be weird. Half a minute to go. Okay, stick your resistance up again, so you're at a fairly hard resistance for warm-up. I will do another couple of minutes here, and that will take us over 10 minutes of warming. Lovely. I can see Steve's legs are kicking off a better rhythm than they had to start with. And ostensibly looks like he's got an enormous thing of water on his bike tonight, which is good. Okay, in another minute, we're going to do 30 seconds of hard, fast work. That's quite a long time, 30 seconds. We've had a bit of a play with this. And if you read the British Cycling one, you're only doing a kind of 6 to 10 second burst, which is enough to fire things. But when we did work in the lab, wasn't enough to extend the system to carry more oxygen. So whereas the 30-second one worked really well for that. So with you guys over the last few weeks, we've been using a mixture, and I don't think it really matters. I only have a little bit. Okay, 10 seconds time. 5, 3, 2, 1. And spin. Quite a lot of power, high cadence, putting a bit of effort in. I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. Halfway there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, relax. So low resistance, cadence of 90, just spinning, letting your legs recover a bit. Five seconds till we go again. 3, 2, 1. Quite a lot of resistance, fast cadence. Pushing that envelope a little bit. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Back to 90, easier cadence. This is your recovery. Now we're going to do one more. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Last half a minute. Ten seconds left. Excellent. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And hopefully you're now feeling relatively warmed up. Just have a drink, use a towel if you need to, resettle. And the next bit we're going to do is some short, hard intervals. So we're going to do probably 2 sets of 5. But the 5 are going to be 1 minute of working hard. And within that, we want a little bit of variation. So possibly the middle 20 minutes working even harder. So if anyone's wondering, this is Steve's idea, so don't look at me when you're doing this. And says, he's been reading, and some of the research says that if you vary the intensity in hard intervals, you can improve your VO2 max. Now, VO2 is a measure of the amount of oxygen that you can utilize in a minute. And it's often expressed as a per kilo. The only way you can really measure it is by blood tests or by a mask in a lab. So we can't do any measuring of it, but we know that it's the VO2 max point is the point when you are really struggling to take in enough air to make your legs work as you want them to. So everybody's level will be different. It is quite trainable. So if you haven't done a lot of top end training, then there's a chance that you will be able to raise yours. And it's generally pretty hard work. So these are pretty much out and out sprints. Right. Oh, no, I won't set the clock going. I'll just count you down when you're ready. And I don't see anyone that looks like there isn't, but as I can only see Steve, that's easy. Okay, first minute. And I'll give you the 20 seconds to work harder. 3, 2, 1, go. So quite a fast cadence. And you're really going for this. You've got quite a high resistance. You're working hard. Right, 20 seconds. So if you want to vary your intensity, put it up now. If you've already found you've started too hard, you better put it down for 20 seconds. Middle 20 seconds is done now, so you can vary it to slightly less or slightly more, depending where you're at. Steve's frozen in time. I'm sure he hasn't in reality. 10 seconds left. And if you're under any illusions, these should hurt. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Rest. Okay, 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, go. You definitely shouldn't be able to talk to me. You should have your whole core turned on to keep yourself solid. And your legs should be working really hard. You should be breathing with difficulty and you should not be able to have a conversation. Harder if you want to. You're in your 20 seconds. "20-second block gone." You've got 20 seconds left to the end of the minute. And relax. Excellent. 2 gone. Five seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Into your third one. Variation of intensity now, if you want it, for 20 seconds. And 20 seconds over. So you've got 20 seconds left. Five, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, relax. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Off again into your fourth one. 20 seconds. Twenty seconds off. Last 20. Relax for 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Last minute of this block. Twenty seconds if you want to change. Last 20 seconds. And relax. And have a rest. Okay, those were 1 minute long. How goes you, Steve? I would suggest putting them up to 2 and slightly lessening the intensity because you got 2 minutes. Would that work for you? And doing another 5. I'm going to take silence as a scent there, Steve. Okay. Right, part of the game here is keeping your legs working when it feels really hard and you want to stop. And some people are really used to doing that, and some people aren't. So we've had a practice with 1 minute, which isn't too long. So now we're going to go 2 minutes and we're going to do the same thing. Steve, 30 seconds rest, or do you need longer on a 2 minute? I was inconclusive. 1 minute rest. Lovely. Right, excuse me. Okay, so you've had a good minute or so there. Okay, Katie, I hope you're hanging in all right there. So we're going to do 5 2 minutes of working hard with 1 minute rest in between each. So that gives you an idea of pacing. And you've done 5 1 minutes and you know how that felt. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And I'll give you again some variations in the middle. "20 seconds if you want to change your pace. "20 seconds now." So you can vary it again if you want. And go for 20 seconds variation if you want it now. Two seconds. Okay, 40 seconds left on the whole block. "20 seconds to go. Relax for a minute. Make the most of it. This is a really hard set, so make the most of this. Halfway through your minute. "10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, go. The second set of 2 minutes where you're working really hard. Can't talk to me. "20 seconds if you want it now. "20 over. Change your focus if you want. Go 20 again. Okay, change intensity, 40 seconds left to the end of set. End of set, end of this one. It's unduly optimistic. Five seconds. 2, 1, and relax for a minute. Well done. Very well done. Make the most of your minute. Try and breathe nice and easy, get your breathing back under control. Okay, less than 30 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1. Third interval. Twenty seconds. You want to change? It's now. Twenty seconds over. Coming up the first minute. Go 20 seconds now if you want. $40 seconds to the end of set, end of that 20 seconds. Brilliant, keep it going. $15 seconds left. Broken the back of it. Two, 1 minutes rest. Done 3, only got 2 to go. And breathe. Make sure you've got all that oxygen back in. Sweat out your eyes. Ten seconds left before we go for number 4. 3, 2, 1. fourth hard interval, 2 minutes worth. Go for 20 seconds if you want it. Change intensity if you want it into 20 seconds. Into the second minute. You want another 20 seconds, go now. Three, two, end of your 20 seconds. You've got 30 seconds left till the end of the 2 minutes. So keep going for it. Ten seconds. Three, two, one. Relax. Last minute's rest. Nearly halfway through the minute. Let's make the most of it. Roll your shoulders, shake your hands out if you need to. One more big, strong effort. 20 seconds to go before we start. Five, three, two, one, and go. This is your last hard interval, 2 minutes. "20 seconds now if you want to vary intensity. "20 seconds over. Still in the first minute. Another 20 seconds if you want it, starting now, and you're into the last minute. "20 seconds over, 40 seconds to the end of the minute. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. relax. Very well done. Some hard blocks of work there. Oh, we got so carried away with that. You'll be glad to hear we haven't got too much time to do that much more, but we have got a little bit of time, but we're not going to work that hard. So just have a minute or so, cool down, relax. Keep your legs moving so that your blood can clear all the lactate, and then convert it back into energy because it's such a clever body. So make sure that you've drunk. Roll your shoulders back if you need to. And then we'll just do 2 3-minute blocks of endurance. Because the road doesn't just stop when you've stopped working hard. Unfortunately, it tends to keep going and you still have to get to wherever you're going. So if we think we're reasonably sorted, now we want a medium resistance. You want to be able to just about talk, but not quite full sentences. So we want to kind of find that so it hurts a little bit, but it's not going to murder you. And we want to hold that for 3 minutes, and we have started. We've done 15 seconds. So this isn't quite allowing you to recover, although you could use it like that if you want to, and just slack it off a little bit. So there should still be a fair amount of resistance there, and we should be back onto our kind of 90 cadence. So this is your, I can keep this going for quite a long time. 40 minutes would be the end of the world on the road in real time. Okay, we're halfway through. Now that didn't take long. Last minute of this. Twenty seconds to go. And you're going down a hill, so relax. We'll have a 30-second descent, and then we'll do another 3 minutes. Okay, 5 seconds, just hitting the bottom, and you're going to climb the last hill up to the tee shot. Off you go, 3 minutes. Oh. Wow, yes. I had to leap in the lake and rescue a dog this morning. I got a whacking great bruise all along the bottom of my foot. But we did rescue the dog, so that was the important thing. Okay, nearly up to your first minute. You've got 2 minutes left. Well done. Last little bit of the session, this. And just a minute and a half to go. So you're in the last little bit. Coming into the last minute. So just hold that resistance. "30 seconds left." Lovely. Very well worked this evening. That is a hard session. "10 seconds. Three, two, one. Relax and start cool down. So keep spinning your legs. And if you're doing this at home on record, then make sure that you spend at least another 5 minutes just sitting on your bike, spinning your legs out. Ideally a bit more, because if you followed this session tonight accurately, you've worked really hard. And so your body needs a corresponding amount of time to settle itself back down again. And it kind of reverses the process that we talked about in the beginning with warm up, allows the heart rate to just return to normal, allows the breathing to settle, it allows the blood vessels to constrict down a little bit again. It gives the circulation a chance to move all the waste products around the body, find some kind of balance again. And it allows them to start recovering and repairing. Because we get fitter not by doing the exercise, but by allowing our bodies to recover from the stresses that we place on them. We have to stress them in order for them to have this ability to recover. And if we let them, they'll build back just a little bit stronger than they were before. They're anticipating a further load of stress. But we have to allow and encourage that process to happen. So that's the importance of cooling down. And as we've talked about, and as you hear on any podcast you listen to, as you get older, you've got less leeway. You can't get away so much with cutting corners. So it becomes more and more important. So enjoy the rest of your warm down if you're on record. And I'm now going to take people out, well, ask people to come off mute if they want. And hopefully we'll see some of you next week.